Hello, hello, and welcome everyone to this week on Magnet Marketers, where we help you become a magnet with your marketing versus being a bullhorn. I'm one of your hosts here, Jessica Phillips with Now Marketing Group and Relationships Marketing System, where we help you be found, be social, and build relationships with your ideal audience. And my awesome co-host, Mike Gingrich, co-founder of TabSite, president of Digital Hill, and the Halftime Mike podcast, where he lives and breathes by the philosophy of always being uncommon and always adding value. How are you, Mike?
I am doing well and glad to be here digging in with you today.
Yeah, talking about Facebook changes.
Yes.
And I feel like Phil Palin from our show when we talked about branding, because I have a fly in this room today that has made it a point to just keep landing on me. So if I do this, that's why.
You're not
that's what is
being
happening.
Overly demonstrative. You're doing the SWAT.
This is right. I watched that video the other day and I was cracking up, and now I'm like, it's a repeat.
Yep.
It's a repeat of that video. So Facebook changes, Mike. What are your thoughts? Because there's so many that's happened.
Yeah, well, just in brief, I mean, with the rollout in August, they announced another algorithm changed, and that is significant. I think basically almost outlining that it's a pay-to-play game for businesses on their Facebook page, that it's gonna be tough to. I mean, they're trying to give people what they want, and they're saying the data is showing that people want information from their friends, from their family, in the news feed more and more, and not as much from brands. So they're weighting that. So there's a challenge there for sure. And then I think the other thing is just with the coming of with video and live video, that's really making a difference. I mean, they are weighting live video incredibly in the news feed over anything else. And so it's a must shift kind of thing for businesses on Facebook to pay attention to these key changes.
Exactly. I mean, the first one, if you haven't realized it already, it is even more prevalent now. And Facebook's telling you, you don't have to guess. You do have to have an ad budget behind your Facebook marketing strategy. Yep. It is no longer the free lunch program. Like, you do have to pony up some money and back it and put it behind some of your content that you want to convert, so that you want to drive traffic back to your website or wherever it's going. I mean, there's still some tools out there and some best practices. You mentioned one, using video and incorporating that into your Facebook strategy. That's still going to help you, grow organically and drive more results. And there's some things that you can do even with your Facebook ads that are allowing you to run smarter ads and get more out of them, so you don't have to spend as much money. One of the things that they talk about, and that I've heard from other marketers that are doing a lot with social media and Facebook ads, is that, promote something that's already getting a lot of engagement. So you can kind of double down on things that are already getting engagement. So maybe it's a video. So you double down on a video that's already going to get more engagement right out of the gate, and it has a call to action at the end. Put your marketing dollars toward that, and then you don't have to spend as much, or you get a more result from what you're spending your money on. But Facebook's telling you, hey, we want to keep people hanging out here. We want to get more people seeing content from their friends and family, what they care about. They don't, they were not trying to lose them because they think it's just more ads. But if you do want to target people and you want to get more reach on your posts, you're going to have to spend some money. And here's a link. I put that in the notes here to that actual article that rolled out from Facebook.
Yep. Yeah. So just some big time differences, and I'm just amazed at the difference in reach, I guess, when you look at that. And, I mean, getting some awful reach just on a link share post at different points in time, just seeing some discrepancies. I'm trying to figure some things out with, I mean, sure, time of day has some bearing on it, but I mean, I can literally go from a reach of 35 to a reach of 724, and I'm not exactly sure what the differences are. I mean, so trying to take a look at those things, but that's huge in terms of reach difference. And then, that's not even video, the 724. I mean, that's still That was an image post with a bit.ly link in it from a third-party service.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
And I got 724 on that versus another link post. So it wasn't a photo, it was just a link, and that one got 35.
Yeah. So I try to do something when they say, here's the best times a day to post, because when people are on, I try to do kind of some of the opposite of that. Cause then I'm like, now everybody's posting. So I want to post kind of at a time when not everyone else is posting. So look at your time of day too, that you're posting, and see if it's something to do with that, or when you're, if it's just really the image and it made it stand out more, or what it is. But, a big difference between the reach just in images in general with a link. I mean, all the posts that we just do with content and a link almost get zero, reach. We've been putting the Facebook notes in there, which Facebook notes earlier, or I should say later last year, there was a revamp to Facebook Notes. Facebook Notes isn't new, but Facebook rolled out a nicer look to Facebook Notes. So they look more like look a lot more like your blog images that you would post online. And I have actually a tutorial video that I posted in here. I posted to show you how to create Facebook Notes on your business Facebook page, and I'll put a link in here. But Facebook Notes has been beneficial for us when if we're sharing content and then putting the link at the end. But Facebook Notes helps to kind of keep that content there, and then also help pages be searched online. So I use that a lot more than just sharing a link directly to something else.
Okay. And then, I mean, the astronomical difference then for me is basically any of those other type of posts versus a uploaded video to Facebook and then a live video on Facebook. Okay. So,
Yeah.
So that's, that's a big shift though. It's a shift for me because I got into a content writing pattern, I write content, I write posts, and I create images, and now I really have to shift, and it is a significant shift for me to stop and say, okay, what can this video be about? Where should I set up, and what should I do in this video? So it's definitely changing. Now, obviously, I think that the live video, it's really it's captivating people, but you got to be thinking outside of hours too, then, because again, during the 8 to 5, Monday through Friday, maybe that's not the best time that people are going to get. You can get some on there, but it could be some of those outside hours. And I mean, I've just experimented with some personal things, on Saturdays and things like that, and it can just blow up kind of. Right. So it's a big change there for, the Facebook Live video, just because people are alerted and, and they can watch and stream with that. So
and they
interesting.
Subscribe to it and get alerts for your next videos coming up. And just the replays on that too. So even if someone's not joining in right then and there, they're going back and watching the replays. That's what we've seen. And that the replays just keep living on, but with
replays of live video.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And Eileen asked this question, you see a big difference in the reach of views on Facebook Live videos? Yes, it's just huge. I mean, that's hands down, that's the way to get the most reach right now is Facebook Live videos.
Yeah.
And even more so than just the videos uploaded to Facebook with carousel or whatever else, all the other ad versions that you can do. Facebook Live, hands down, still wins.
Yep.
With that video, Facebook's trying to incorporate other ways that you can introduce video. They've introduced slideshow for the photos, trying to turn those into videos. That's still kind of a personal thing, but they've done some with business pages. I know, like, when Facebook celebrated their birthday, they had all the businesses, they were able to roll out a video and create their own video about their business on Facebook. And Facebook's playing a lot with slideshow and different types of video.
Yep.
Post that link again.
Now, again, so then, kind of coming back to issues. I mean, for you and I, this is an issue because we'd like to do this on Facebook, and Facebook says this is coming. It just hasn't rolled out yet. It's they're what are they aiming for? Early fall, something like that. I don't know.
a lot of their items, like even the Facebook 2-person broadcasts, they're saying is going to come out around fall.
Okay.
And that's going to be huge. It's not soon enough. I know we've tried, because we've heard the Blab is kind of dying, and that Blab isn't really supporting the businesses that are hanging out and doing streaming here. So we've looked at some other options, but we haven't found anything that has done as good of quality so far as Blab. We've checked out a few others, even some pay-to-use softwares, and here we are. We were trying to use it today, and we're back on Blab because we couldn't get it to work right.
Yes, I mean, so we're here because we can get some quality, and we can get some simplicity of use. I mean, those are things that are important. And for the individual user right now, Facebook Live video for a page, for a group, it is simple. You got to like that for one individual, on your mobile device. That it's easy to go live. It's the recording's done for you. Mm-hmm. So, that's a tremendous thing. Now it's got to get there with this 2-person kind of Facebook Live. I mean, I think they will when they control it. It will, and we need that desperately, because we're in this middle ground where, we want to, and it's tough to. These third-party things to try to get on Facebook Live just are not working very well, very seamlessly. There's just the bugs and things like that. But when it comes, my word, talk about a game changer. That because we know our audience is there. We know people are hanging out there, and it's going to alert them like it does now. I mean,
it's changing the game for entertainment. Like, I know when we talked to live streaming before, I mentioned that Gordon Ramsay, Chef Ramsay, has already partnered with Facebook and other individuals like him to do shows specifically on Facebook live streaming. So when this 2-person broadcast rolls out, I think it's going to open up a whole other stream of entertainment options for brands, celebrities, aspiring celebrities. I think this is going to change the game when it comes to education and just how we're interacting now on Facebook. I think we're just literally just getting started and opening up this can of worms that's going to come out. For those that are looking, so I put a link in here on the information on the 2-person broadcast that's to come for Facebook, hopefully this fall. I put a link here from TechCrunch. They did a nice write-up on that. But for those of us that are looking to create videos, like you mentioned, Mike, some of those after hours things and some of those things that you're looking for times to create video, I have found some third-party tools that do help with kind of telling a video story, that you can still kind of create some videos without having to do a live stream. And that's like Animoto. I've really liked what they've done with video, and what you can do with just images.
Okay.
And put some sound and stuff like that behind it. I know Mari Smith, if any of you follow her, she does a lot with Animoto and is a big believer in it as well. And that's worked for us. That has helped get some reach more than just posting the images themselves.
Okay. How about Adobe Spark? Have you guys tried that one?
I haven't, but I've heard good things about it.
Okay. Okay. I've gotten into it just a little bit, but so what you're talking about, though, again, is trying to bring to life images into a video just because of the value of video.
Yep. Ripple's another one.
Yeah, on a mobile device. Yeah.
Yep, on a mobile device, just bringing photos to life and helping tell a story in an interesting way, adding that extra movement. I mean, we've seen that along with websites that are shifting, the more movements in, you have the background video kind of playing and things sliding in. Movement is attracting more eyeballs at the end of the day. So any way that you can bring your text to life or draw more attention to your post in a creative way, the more you're going to win at the organic engagement. And then again, you can double down with that organic engagement that's getting more reach and put a Facebook ad budget behind it and double down.
Okay, excellent, excellent. Yeah. No, I think that what you're talking about, that motion. Now, again, that can be scary and frightening for the small business owner who has got to run a business and now has to try to think about video. And we got to get over the fact that video has changed. It's no longer all about green screens and professionalism. And I mean, live streaming allows us to get past that quickly because it's just what it is. Yeah.
You're live. It's like when they say, you know, Snapchat, one take snaps. That's one take video. It's like
Yeah.
you are live and you're going.
Yeah.
And it can open up, though, a vulnerability and a transparency that people like. And that's what I think they love about it, is that it gets rid of all the other nonsense of, you know, the extras, and it's just you and them, and they really can connect with you a lot faster. So that's kind of the beauty behind it. But it also is kind of the downside, that more businesses and more brands are afraid of that live aspect, because they're like, oh my gosh, there's no way that we can control or edit out what someone said once they go live. So it is this vulnerability that they're not quite comfortable with. They just got comfortable with using social media, you know, so let alone adding some live streaming video in the mix. They're starting to take some more heart medicine with that.
Yeah.
A little scary.
Yeah.
So,
again, I mean, I think that with live video, a lot of people say, you know, what am I going to post about? But I mean, your business is producing things every day. You know, I mean, whether you're a retail store and you have some new products on the shelf, or whether you're a manufacturer, there's some things going on in the plant. You'd be surprised at what people are interested in. They really like to see that kind of aspect of behind the scenes, and just to see, you know, day-to-day operations, seeing things, you know, what's happening in the staff, the team interacting, all that kind of thing is
Q&A, you know, really easy. You know, you can literally just answer a question, turn a blog that you've already maybe wrote into a video, you know, just talk about it. Or better yet, do the introduction to the blog and then post a link there, or talk about your download maybe that you have, like you said, behind the scenes, celebrating someone's birthday, whatever it is. Those are all great opportunities to live stream and to test it out, and people really like that. Another with live streaming, I mean, we talked about this before, but you can go live now on groups and events, and now Facebook has featured events, which I'm really excited about from being in a small town. So Facebook featured events are a great way for people in one area, or maybe you're even traveling to an area. You can see what's going on in that community without needing to be invited to that event. So you can put things up as a featured event. Like if you've ever been on an Eventbrite or something like that, that says, hey, here's all the events that are similar to what you're looking for. Facebook has featured events. So you can now say, hey, I know I'm traveling to Vegas in 3 weeks. I want to see what kind of events are going on there. And it'll tell you, here's all the events that are happening, and you get more information on that event. So depending on how it was created, you know, if you want to make it a public or private event, you can have an opportunity for more eyeballs to see your events without, especially since Facebook has limited event invites to, you know, 500 people, you may cap out at that, but still want to invite more people. It's a great way to put it as a featured event and still get more eyeballs and more awareness behind that event.
Yep. Okay.
It's rolling out to the bigger cities first, of course, but it'll get here to all a smaller ones.
Have you taken a look at the speaking of live video, then Facebook's live map? Have you taken a look at that?
Oh yeah. Where you can see the live streaming, where it's happening,
where people are live streaming.
Really cool. You can see like little clusters.
Facebook.com/live map is all people have to do to go there, and then you see the you can pan out. See the globe really and see where people are live, and then you can, and they give you some in the left column. You can zoom in on some then and see what's happening. But yeah, it's just kind of unique.
It's like how the Periscope has it. You know, if you're ever looking for something to do, and you look at those maps, like on Periscope, and you could just tune into some random person's Periscope that's happening in South Africa or whatever, kind of the same thing if they have it public.
Yep. Yeah, so it's crazy times, and but the game is changing on Facebook for sure. I'm just amazed at I mean, links are getting killed now. Just sharing links on Facebook, you know, and before, this is kind of a cycle back as well, because I'm getting better reach with an image again that has a bit.ly link, you know, to the article, but it's posting an image, so it's going to go in the photo album, as opposed to a link post. and that used to not be the case. I mean, that, you know, they kind of were discouraging you from doing that on the images and the albums, but there's just hands down no difference then. And so you got the link post way down there, text post way down there, and then, you know, you take a jump when you do a album picture, a photo that you want to, even if you have a link in the description, then you take another jump when you go to video, and another jump when you go to live video. It's just it's crazy how it's changed.
Yeah. It's separating, though, the people that are putting a lot of effort and time into their content creation to the people that are still just kind of auto feeding and publishing and not really spending the time to do it. So you can really win at Facebook 2 different ways. You can play to play and spend your ad budget there, which you're still going to need to have some kind of ad budget, or you can play to play and you really put your time and effort and creativity and engaging and doing these extras that are going to get you more organic attention.
Yep.
But everybody's there now. So, I mean, it's a very noisy place. You have to figure out a way that you're going to stand out in a way that's going to get noticed above some of the others. And some of that is good content. You know, of course, it's less content, but more quality content to stand out. And Facebook rolled out 2 new extensions, the Save and the Share extension. If you've not used Facebook Save or Share before, it is very, very helpful to come up with good content that you want to curate then for maybe the next month, or, you know, save it for later in the month or whatever. So you're not bombarded with, you know, 10 posts all at the same time. But the Save feature is great. Facebook, you can see a post that you like, and on the right hand side of that post there's a little arrow down that you can choose to save that post, and then Facebook reminds you when you log back into Facebook that you have saves there, and you can go back into that and then just choose when you want to share it out, or, you know, put it into your scheduling tool, whatever you use. But Facebook now has Google Chrome extensions to help you save and share right from those Chrome extensions versus needing to be in the Facebook native app, which is huge. So there's 2 different links to get those Chrome extensions. I'll save you a lot of time at the end of the day.
Yep. Yeah.
I use that. I use interest lists too on Facebook. Have you ever used interest list on Facebook to find content?
Not recently. I have done that a little bit in the past, but you know, nothing that I'm currently doing. So you still found that to be valuable to kind of separate some lists and be able to go there.
Even more so now. Yeah, okay. I would say even more so now, because there's so much that's being shared.
Okay.
And just because now I've accumulated way more fan page likes than I had at the very beginning, you know, and way more, you know, friends that you've added on. So it's a great way. It's very similar to Twitter lists, but Facebook has interest lists where you can create an interest list. This isn't something new, but it's something that maybe is worth being brought back up. Interest lists are a great way to segment out your content. So you can literally go on your left-hand side homepage bar, right under kind of your saves and your Facebook pages, there are interests, and then you can create an interest list on Facebook and put your pages that you follow and the people that you follow that you want to filter their content all into that one spot. And then you can use that Facebook Save or that Facebook Share feature. So literally I have different interests for different clients and can filter out the content right in there to come up with good things to kind of be first to hear about, you know, right then and there as soon as they share it on Facebook.
Yep. It
really helps.
Okay, so what do we want to give as we kind of prepare to wind down when we think about this? We talked about some of the changes. We talked about what's working. What tips, tactics, things would you want to leave?
So I would definitely say that you have to incorporate some sort of model of Facebook ads. You have to decide what that's going to mean for your business, 1. 2, think very creative and strategically about what you're sharing. What kinds of information are really going to help you stand out in a creative way. So if you're just posting even a link and some content, that you add a little bit extra to kind of turn it up. And make it stand out in an organic way. Remember to engage more than you are you wanting people to engage with you, because it's still about, you know, creating that engagement on social. And then just stay on top of the changes. I think we're only starting to see just some of them now. One that we didn't mention real quick, Mike, that I'm just going to talk about is just verifying your page. It's not something that's super new, but it is newer. Verifying your Facebook page if you haven't done it already. I did create a quick video on how to do it. Oops, save my video link. There we go. To verify your business page, that's going to help you come up closer on top to the search when somebody's typing in your business name too. So do those little extras, stay on top of it. Facebook notes, verifying your page, using the Facebook ads, those little extras that are going to help you stand out, and make sure that all your time is not spent in vain when you're doing this.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Absolutely. I think that sounds important. And I think that you're just going to have to experiment. I think that that's what I'm going to offer. And you got to experiment with some ads, with boosting some posts that have gotten some traction. You got to experiment with the type of posts and taking a look at your insights. I mean, I know we're all busy, but if we want it, it's a great platform. You just got to figure out what works today, and it's changed.
Yes, 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 yes. Very, very good. Well, we hope this has been helpful. No, it's a lot of information to throw in a very, very short time. But Facebook changes. They're ever evolving, and I think we're only starting to see just a few of the things that they're doing with video. More to come, especially with Messenger, and just some other things we didn't even have time to talk about. But stay on top of these changes. They are going to evolve over the next 6 months. So we appreciate you guys, as always, joining us. Next week, we are going to be somewhere. Maybe Blab.
Somewhere online.
Maybe. So what I'm going to do is, if I can share a link with you guys and you're interested in joining us next week, we have started checking out Whoza, but we're not sure if we've quite figured it out how it can streamline the best way. So marketing
if
matters.
You go to your, if you go to Jessica, your link there, right, they can get on the email list, and we can tell them where we're going to be.
Exactly. So I'm going to share this link real quick here, and you guys can sign up, and I will email you the link, and we also send you out the replays after. So I hope you can sign up and join us next week, every Tuesday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We hope you guys have a great rest of your week. Thanks for joining, Mike.
Right. Take care.
See ya. Pin this.